Great. So I'm going to just officially welcome us. We have both our Changemakers here, some Bene staff here, and also some of our community members as well. So I'm Rivera's son. I am the program coordinator for Bene, and we are just delighted to welcome you all to our fourth annual Changemaker celebration. Bene has been around for 35 years. We're really getting up there in age. We teach, train, and organize for nonviolent action, violence prevention, and to do systemic changes to reduce harm and violence. This program empowers youth to ages 12 to 23 with up to $1,000 for creative projects that address violence. You'll learn more about what that means as this goes on. Over the past 4 years, we have funded 34 projects that have had 117 youth on their teams, and they have impacted thousands of people with these efforts. Things that deal with climate justice, anti-bullying, racial justice, ending self-harm, fostering inclusion, immigrant issues, gun violence, disability justice, mental wellness, peace, ending cyberbullying, ending domestic violence, diversity and multiculturalism, and so much more. The creative aspect of these projects has really illuminated the power and the vision that young people have. They've worked with culture festivals, podcasts, art exhibits, workshops, marches, art making events, murals, walkathons, teach-ins, even motorcycle rallies, theater shows, and a notable project that planted coffee trees. These grants are funded by ordinary people like us all over the place who believe in the vision and the power of young organizers. It was started by a gift from our friend and lifelong peace, justice, and nonviolence activist David Hartsoe, who began as a youth at age 15 organizing against nuclear weapons. He recently passed away this year after 8 decades of disrupting injustice and war in pursuit of justice and peace. And I think he would be so proud and just delighted to see all the work that our 2025 youth grant recipients have done. And so I would just want to welcome and thank Henry Cervantes, who coordinates this Changemaker Youth Grant program for us. Henry is the founder of the Peace Exchange in Chicago, a fierce advocate for youth and their power, and a good friend to us at Bene. So Henry, thank you so much for all the ways that you have supported this program, and thank you for introducing our youth changemakers this year.
Not a problem. It's always a lot of fun, and this is a passion of mine, all about youth and social change, and excited to be here. So you're very welcome.
And it's over to you to say which one of our youth is going to go first.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rivera. So we want to start off today. So we have projects here from throughout the world, and I want to start off to see if we could start with the East Coast here. So I do want to pass it over to Gabby and Janine. So if you have slides or presentation, just a few housekeeping rules here. We have about 6 to 8 minutes to present with a little bit of Q&A at the end if everybody has any questions or comments, and feel free to use the chat. So we want to respect your time. So Janine, Gabby, when we reintroduce ourselves, please feel free to say your pronouns, where you are in the world, the name of your project, etc. And any insights that you've learned as a result of your work in your local communities. Is that fair? Great. So Gabby and Janine, it's all you. And Janine, you're muted.
There we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yay. So hi, I'm Janine Gillette. I am a trainer with Nonviolent Schools Rhode Island. And I'm here with Gabby, who's going to introduce herself in a minute, but I want to take a second to also introduce Robin Wildman, who's our director and at Nonviolent Schools Rhode Island, and also Globe Lewis, who is the lead trainer and director of student, oh, I can't, student engagement or something like that. I have to look it up. So we're really grateful to be here today. We got to work with 3 wonderful schools in Rhode Island, and Gabby is one of our students from the high school, and she's going to introduce herself right now.
Hi, my name's Gabby. I am from Juanita Sanchez Education Complex in Providence, Rhode Island, and I had the lovely opportunity to work with these 3 amazing people over the past 2 years.
Okay, so our project was to create a community field day on Thurbers Avenue in Providence, Rhode Island. Thurbers Avenue has 3 schools, a high school, a middle school, and an elementary school that are in close proximity. And so we wanted to bring those 3 schools together. So how it began was in the spring of 2024, NSRI was asked to help when 2 high schools were merging. That was Juanita Sanchez and the high school that shared their building 360. We brought the students together to talk about how they could move forward in a positive way. And the students from those schools decided that they wanted to focus in 2020, the 2024-2025 school year on fostering a positive school climate. And they talked about how freshmen were struggling when they came into the school. Most of the behavioral issues and fights and conflicts were happening with the freshmen, that they were just having a really hard time integrating. And so the middle school is right next door, and they thought, what if we start mentoring the 8th graders so that when they come in, they feel more comfortable and they feel like they already belong, so that they're not causing these problems. So we started to work to create this mentoring program over the summer. Globe was talking with the different administrators, and we had meetings with staff at Roger Williams and JSEC. And by serendipity, we also got to talk with the people at the elementary school, and they wanted to get involved. So we thought even better, there were some issues with the transition from 5th to 6th grade too. So we could expand the mentoring program. These schools are in a triangle right next to each other. And that was the beginning. So our project goals were to, oops, I lost it. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Technical issue. Maybe. Can you guys, oh, there we go. Sorry, I lost my screen before. So the project goals were to build a beloved community within the 3 schools on Thurbers Avenue, Juanita Sanchez, the high school, Roger Williams, the middle school, and Young Woods, the elementary. And we were looking to build a relationship between the administration at the 3 schools, because they never had any interactions because nobody talked with each other. So we wanted to work to increase that. We wanted to build the relationships between the students in the 3 schools to ease the transition. And we wanted to educate the students about the practice of Kingian nonviolence and conflict reconciliation. And most of all, we wanted to have fun. Oh, and I just saw in the chat, Robin put that his title is Director of Youth Training. So that's Globe's title. Thank you, Robin. That's why we're a team. Okay, and if I can get to my next slide, sometimes the technology doesn't want to work with you. So let's see. Are we going? Nope. Let me see if I can, oh, resume. There we go. That should work now. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and do it again because my thing is giving me an issue. The technical part is sometimes what gets you.
It's all good, Janine. You're good.
There we go. So now I'm going to turn it over to Gabby to start talking about our work this past year.
So during the last school year in December, we got all schools to get together at JSEC, and the JSEC students created an agenda to make sure the summit goes smoothly. Students brainstormed possible ways to bring the schools together, then voted on their favorites. The top 3 choices were joint field day, sports mentorship, and community mural. Jenny, if you want to go to the next slide.
There we go.
So each school planned their projects. After we chose the projects, each school began to work on their projects. At JSEC, the NSRI team met with JSEC students during their advisory period. We took the following steps, met with administration to get them on board, came with ideas for the celebration, looked for ways to fund the project, and applied to the Changemaker grant. Schools met up for fun project support. The 3 schools tried to get together every couple of months to continue celebration, mentorship, and building relationships with all 3 schools.
And this is my part. So the Respect program is a program that's run by the Office of Equity and Belonging in Providence. And we received a lot of support for them. So part of our work was the students went to Respect conferences and got additional training on how to help plan projects like this. And the Respect program helped us also coordinate and find times and places to meet. The 3 schools attended and presented on their progress at the 2 Respect conferences, one in February and one in May. So they got to share what we were doing with all of Providence, and we got a lot of positive feedback. Back to
the JSEC team created their plan and reached out to the 3 administrations to find a date. This is where things got tricky. Every time we had a date, one of the schools would have to back out. Advisory period issues, testing, field trips, etc. We weren't sure if this was going to happen after all, but we ended up finding a way. We thought we had a date scheduled, but JSEC had to cancel it at the last minute. We were all so sad, obviously. But Young Woods, the elementary, found a solution. Older students from the high school would assist the elementary school field day. One with the pre-Ks alone, and then one through K through 5.
So on May 28th, we brought students over to help set up and run the pre-K field day. So the pictures you can see, it's pretty empty. That's because they used the whole space for only 1 grade level and it wasn't a ton of kids, but the kids got to run the different stations and help out the pre-K students. And the school was so grateful because it made it so much easier, set up and clean up and all the pieces. It was a really beautiful, warm day. So in the picture in the corner, that was where we had a pizza party after the field day for all the students who participated, but it was the quietest pizza party because we were all hot and tired and exhausted. So it was it was really a beautiful day that took a lot out of us. And then on June 11th, they had the K through 5 field day. So we brought the students back. The JSEC students also had conferences that same day. So they were kind of in and out. They'd go to their conference and then come back and help us out. And the students did such a wonderful job running all of the stations. They were responsible for bringing the kids in, giving them the directions, running the activities, setting it up, cleaning it up. And they did such a beautiful job. And it was the kid that's in the picture all the way to the side, Braylon, who's one of our students. He at the end of the day, he was like, whew, I could never be a teacher. It's really hard. But we all had a ton of fun. And turning it over to Gabby for what we learned.
So what we learned was the students enjoyed getting together with each other. After the experience, younger students felt more comfortable and familiar with the higher grade schools and students, and that felt so reassuring because when I was like in the younger grades, I would feel so intimidated going into the next schools, and so I felt we did a favor for those kids. High schoolers apparently enjoyed mentoring a lot. We did not know that was even possible. We served a lot of ice cream, which was fun. There is a lot of math involved in planning events with money and all that type of stuff. And coordinating schedules is a real barrier to bringing schools together. It's very hard. And Jenny, if you want to go back.
Oh,
I just wanted to take a moment to, this is the foyer in the high school. It has a beautiful mural Just want to point that out. And we want to thank all you guys and the students, and to want to thank Bene, sorry if I butchered that, and the Changemaker grant for making this experience possible, and helping us throughout the process.
Okay. And that's it for us.
Right on. Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, Janine. I like that. Those are some really, really very cool photos. A lot of action shots there. Great. I was going to ask a question about what you learned, and you guys integrated right into your presentation. So that's incredible. Thank you. If anyone, feel free to use the chat to make any comments, regarding this project, in Providence, Rhode Island. What a great concept, bringing different schools together. That's something that doesn't normally happen unless you make it happen. So great. So we're going to move on to another project.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, I am John Mukuta from DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. I am a peacemaker. I am the founder of the World Peace Foundation. We are working to promote a culture of peace. And for this moment, we are in the preparation of IDP, International Day of Peace, that we are going to organize on the 21 September. So that is a small presentation. Yeah, I'm from Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Yeah, we missed you on the first introductions here. Thank you. So we were in the middle of moving to our next project. Rivera, we good? Great. And I wanted to invite, Sabera. Sabera, you want to go next?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So first, I want to start with the introduction of myself and the foundation. I am Sabera Sayeed, originally from Kabul, Afghanistan, and now I'm in UK right now. So in Afghanistan, I was studying like other girls in other countries and dreaming of becoming a doctor one day. And I graduated from school with the highest grade, 99.99%, something which was the highest grade in the whole school, the entire year on that year. So then I was studying medicine at Kabul Medical University, but then in 2021, everything was changed. The new government took over of Afghanistan, and girls and women are not allowed to go to schools and university. So I refused to accept that education should be a privilege, not a right. So that's why I founded an education foundation to provide free education for other Afghan girls and women. The principle was so simple that I want to share something that I have learned. Even it's like a one word, one sentence, or just maybe a class. So this principle was so like went viral between students, among the teachers, that we can share our knowledge with other girls, just what we know. For example, if you know Turkish, we can have a Turkish class. If you know Spanish, we can have a Spanish class. So now, since 2021, more than 10,000 girls and students are studying with us in different subjects, in different classes, and more than 10 language classes, academic subjects like science, mathematics. So about the project, I have created a PowerPoint. Can I share it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I want to share it. Oh my gosh. So I want to share my screen because I think there's a problem. Guys, do you have my screen?
No, we do not.
We do not.
Okay, just
Feel free to share it with me as well, so we can pull it up on this end if that's easier.
so I think, do you have it now, right? You have it? Do you have it, my screen?
Right now we're seeing Henry's face and my face because I'm talking. So we need to share your PowerPoint probably.
Do you have now like my screen that I'm going to like
Oh yeah, we can see. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see your. Yeah, there you go. We got it.
So this is
Very skillful. I can't believe you're doing this through a phone. This is great.
so this is this is the slide that I have made. Let me present it. Okay. Okay, so the project was about the imagination of dreams. It was organized by Type Education Foundation. So Imagination of Dreams was a art competition for Afghan girls to express their dreams, to express their hopes through art. For example, what's your dream? Or what are you dreaming about? For example, about freedom, about education, about school. So it was all about. So that's why we call the imagination of dreams, because education right now for Afghan girls is just like a dream. So we start this project on 7th of April. So the application was open from 7th of April until to 15th of May. Then from May to first week of June, the jury checked or evaluated the submissions. And then on 19th of June, there was the ceremony in Kabul. Okay, so about the program, it was that in a world where thousands of girls are denied access to education and expression, the Imagination of Dreams program was created as a safe space for hope, healing, and creativity. So it was launched by Taib Education Foundation, and this initiative aimed to help girls and women in Afghanistan, especially in remote and underserved areas, imagine a better future and express their hopes through art, painting, and drawing. And despite social restrictions, poverty, trauma, and these programs prove that imagination cannot be banned and hope cannot be silenced. So about the awards and recognition, there was cash prizes for winners, most motivational books, certificates, and for finalists there was motivational books and certificates. So it's the ceremony. Some picture of the ceremony. There was card for each one that must wear it because without card there was no out. And girls in the ceremony, the prizes, the motivational books, the certificates. Here you can see. And these are some, for example, for instance, some photos of giving the prizes to each winners and finalists by our jury team. You can see here. And some together photos, cake, some picture from participants. So I want to share a video with you all. It's posted on our Instagram. So it's that. And one thing more that I want to share, that we have posted this in our social medias, so you can see here, and yeah, it's here that, for example, Shabnam Fakhrizadeh had the honor of winning the first place, and this is her painting, drawing about girls' education, about freedom. You can see, for example, one girl wants to be different, wants to be educated, wants to be freedom, like wants to be different from other Afghan girls. And this is her message, or this is her feedback, and one image of her, and her prizes, like cash prizes, books, certificates, and cards. And you can see here, like the third place, this is her drawing or painting that it's a picture that a girl forced to get married, or forced to get married, for example, at a very young age, but wanted to be educated, want to be like a freedom girl or freedom woman. And this is her message, her certificate, card, and prizes. So it's, and the next is Maria Fakhrizadeh, in the second round, had the honor of winning first place, because the Imagination of Dreams held in 4 rounds, and every round has got 10 finalists. And among 10 finalists, there was 3 winners, first, second, and third. And this is her drawing or picture, her message, the prizes, card, and her photo. So you can see all here. And at the end, I want to say that the Imagination of Dreams was not just an art program. It was a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, girls still carry light within them. Through pencils, colors, they spoke of their fears, hopes, and determination. They imagined, they created, and they believed. And let every girl know your voice is powerful, your story matters, and your dreams are worth sharing. Thanks so much. It was all.
Wonderful, Sabera, powerful work. Thank you. I remember from our mid check-in here, you were kind of, pivoting here with figuring out how we can, project these voices, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much. That was great. For our community members, for our other youth grant makers, our youth change makers, feel free to put anything in the chat. And we're gonna transition here to our next presentation. Yep. Wonderful, wonderful work. That was a powerful painting. So thank you. We're gonna transition over for our next presentation. We're gonna go over to Malawi, and we're gonna invite our friends in Malawi to present on their project. Sibongire, can you hear us? You just have to unmute. There you go. And don't think we're picking up audio here. Sibongire? Rivera, you picking up audio? No.
No, we can't hear you. No, we're still not hearing. It looks like Zoom is. Oh, try again.
Sibongire, I don't know if you want to try maybe unlogging off and logging back in. I hear something. I think it may be the internet connection. Sibongire, we cannot hear you. I don't know if you want to leave the meeting and come back on, or maybe turn off your device and turn it back on. Maybe that'll help, or check your settings. I'm really sorry, we cannot hear you, Sibongire. As we figure this out, I think we will transition to another group. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that, Rivera? Okay, we'll move on to a different group while we figure out our tech issues in Malawi. Sibongire, I'm sorry, we cannot hear you. All right. Anoova, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. I can go ahead and explain a little bit about what I was doing over the past few months. So my name is Anoova. I'm based in Washington, Olympia, Washington, so on the west coast of the US. And I decided to base my project around raising awareness of eating disorders in the South Asian diaspora. So, I mean, I'm of the community, but I wanted it to be expanded to outside the US as well, because it really is a global issue and not contained to just one side of the world or one demographic, although there isn't as much representation I've noticed for minority groups in the media when regarding mental illnesses overall, but particularly with eating disorders. And my passion for the subject sprouted from a personal experience with anorexia and being able to experience some of the cultural nuances that can shape someone's experience. So I can share kind of a website that we're in the process of developing, and we're just about finishing it up with the coding aspect. The design for the most part is all completed, but is my screen visible? Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, this is what the website will be looking like. We have the computer version, and then this is the mobile version. And this is just a home page, and we're hoping for the main aspect to be lived experience. So encouraging people to share their lived experience and how that in itself can be a resource for people who are trying to recover from an eating disorder, disordered eating, and or who would just like to help a family member as well, being able to read about people who are of your own background and what their experience was like can really help you see that you're not alone in overcoming it. And that's something we're really trying to emphasize, is that you shouldn't let someone else dictate what your experience is like, but instead feel empowered to share it yourself. So this is what the form would look like. It's like if you could just describe like your experience and then how you are in the journey compared to before. So kind of a reflection of sorts, and also sharing any resources that benefited you, because we're also wanting to recruit South Asian clinicians who specialize in ED care as well, for a directory specific to this population. So this is what the clinician directory will look like once we have all the information compiled, and it will continue to grow as time goes on alongside the map of experiences. It's just as people discover us in our project and work, they hopefully will feel encouraged to join and share and contribute to a growing hub of resources, essentially, is what this project will materialize as. And we also are trying to recruit more people. Currently, there are about 5 volunteers who have joined us in terms of helping develop a social media account and collaborate with other organizations and doing educational live sessions and also webinars. We did a webinar recently with another South Asian mental health organization, and that had about 20 to 30 attendees, and it turned out really great. It was in collaboration with a PCOS therapist. So we explored the intersection between mental health, PCOS, and eating disorders, and how they're all interconnected. And we're hoping to do one coming up with an art therapist. So looking at how art therapy can be involved in treating eating disorders or mental illnesses kind of as a whole. Personally, I found that dance really helped me in my recovery from an eating disorder. So I would like to integrate more arts work into the project and try and encourage other people to explore how art and just reframing your perception of exercise and eating overall can be very powerful. So yeah, we're trying not to have it turn into a research project, but be more as like awareness, because it can often be interpreted a little incorrectly as being a research project. But the main structure of this is just to raise awareness and provide a basis of support for people who don't have it in their individual lives. So I think throughout the process, what I've learned is that it's like everything is very personalized, and it's very difficult to find people who are, it's just a very underreported issue. So it has to be approached from a lens that not everyone will want to share. So it needs to be adjusted or be able to adjust so that anyone can access it. And yeah.
Thanks, Anoova. Yeah, I'm gonna silently clap with Rivera here and Janine and Ken. Beautiful, wonderful, powerful. I think with technology, it's how do you use it to advance a cause in an issue, and like you said, like something very personal, right?
Yeah.
I think all of us in one way, shape, or form are connected to like this struggle to advance change for very personal reasons. And I think your project with this application that you're creating is a great example of that. So thank you. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Anoova? Yeah, Rivera, go ahead.
Yeah, Anoova, do you want to share the significance or meaning of the title, Shuno?
Oh yeah, sure. So in Bangla, Shuno means to listen or to hear. So it kind of resonates with me because it doesn't feel like anyone wants to understand what you're going through. They want to just interpret it in their own understanding of what has been shaped by other people and just content online. And that is just a phase, or people just do it for attention. It's something you can get over alone, but you really can't. It kills people. It's the most fatal psychiatric disorder there is out there. So it certainly needs more attention and understanding. So that's why I wanted it to title as a way of giving people kind of like a microphone online, in that you are allowed to share your story without fear of judgment or fear of being silenced.
Powerful. Thanks, Anoova. Thanks for your comment, Rivera, and your question. Anyone else? We good? All right. I want to take a moment here and pass it on. Oh, go ahead. Hey, Jonathan, go ahead.
I just want to thank you for highlighting the importance of addressing mental illness, trying to promote a healthy internal and external reflections upon oneself. Mental illness is such an important issue, and I don't think we talk about it or highlight it enough. And like you said, it comes up in different forms if we manage it poorly. And I just want to thank you very much for bringing that up, because I think here in the United States, we're really struggling with that on so many different levels. And it's coming up in a lot of different ugly ways. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So we'll transition here for our next project. Joshua, want to introduce yourself, where you are in the world, or your project?
Hey, good everyone. My name is Ayodele Joshua Adedoyin. I'm a Nigerian. Please, I would love to share my screen. Okay. Share. Yeah. So please, can you see my screen?
Yes, Joshua, looks great.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua. I'm a 21-year-old Nigerian, and I'm the founder of Let's Ride Project, which our focus is on promoting eco-friendly transportation in my university campus. Yeah, and it's a pleasure to be among the 7 change makers across the world. To be selected for the youth grant 2025. Like, it's just like when you apply and you're applying on a global scale, and then one morning you just see congratulations. So I'm very much happy about that. And this presentation is themed Cycling for Climate Action and Peace. Initially, when we started our project, we focused on SDG 4, SDG 13, and then SDG 17, SDG 5 came in, um, gender equality, because we knew the space of female gender in Africa, where they are not so much taken into more serious, than the male gender, or they feel that the men are more superior, and then the female are not what what they are. So then the peace in Benin, when we applied, we saw non-violence, and then we thought of also increasing our focus reach, making sure that we should promote peace, because currently in Nigeria, even in Africa, day in, day out, we hear about insecurities, and sometimes the people that even initiate these insecurity issues are people who are within the community. So the content for my presentation today is about what's Let's Ride, what does Let's Ride do, then some of our main programs, that we carried out, because we had a lot of programs, or because of I have 8 minutes, to speak today. So our main programs, then also our social impact achieved, what we're able to achieve, in the course of this program, the success stories, how many people we're able to reach, and then how to join regardless of anywhere you are in the world, because change, even if you are doing it in one place, you can the way you can how will I put it, the way you can inspire someone, just maybe like Anoova in Washington, you can say, okay, yeah, let me do it here, or Jonathan, or anyone in anywhere part of the country. So Let's Ride, what are we? So Let's Ride is a project, is a youth-led initiative committed to creating safer, healthier communities through promoting eco-friendly transportation, cycling. Yeah, we address rising youth violence, climate change, because now we know climate change is a world disaster, and it's not just in one part of the world, not just in Africa, not just in the US, it's catching up everywhere in the world. Because late last year, we saw what happened in Los Angeles with fire outbreak. So even in Nigeria as well, last year we saw a flood, which affected a large city, Maiduguri, and every day we hear about climate injustice, and also mental health, young people, because my project was centered in a youth environment, which is my university community. And you see now young people, they go through mental challenges, and then, they sometimes some commit suicide. They don't have people to talk to, So we're able to do this by fostering awareness, nonviolent communication, and community connection. Because Malete is a place where my university is a place where it's initially a village, so it was a university that came there to situate there, and then sometimes we have this clash between indigenes and then the students. So our leadership empowered young people, because we did not have any. Yeah, we had advisors, but it was young people that were initially making all decisions to become agents of positive change, building bridges for peaceful and a sustainable future. You can see a young kid there. Some of our main programs. So our projects engaged youth through targeted programs focusing on climate education. Before you can do something, you need to let people know the usefulness of what we're bringing to them is going to be. If not, they'll be like, oh, this guy just brought it, they don't know how to use it. So we first make sure that we're able to educate them. What is climate change? What are the negative impacts it can make with them? Then as well, community connection. So now as students, we need to connect with the community. How do they see us? How do we see them? Where do we have these gaps? How can we fill it to make sure that there is peace? And then environmental stewardship to inspire change. So one major program we're able to do is a climate action school tour. We're able to go to 2 schools where we organize workshops in local schools to educate students about climate change, sustainable living, peaceful cohabitation, and eco-friendly transportation. These sessions equip young people with practical knowledge and leadership skills, empowering them to become climate ambassadors. So it's not like, oh, maybe it's just we that they're coming to teach you too. We allow them to understand that them too, they can make actions, regardless of anywhere they find themselves, who actively promotes environmental awareness and responsible habits within their communities. We also carried out the majority of community rides where we rode to villages, and we hosted regular community rides to encourage peaceful interactions. We wrote to village heads. We wrote to villages. You can see this is a village. Like this village in the picture, it's miles away from my university community, and it's a Fulani village. I don't know if anyone has heard Fulani. Fulani is a tribe in Nigeria, where most of them, they don't have quality education, they don't have quality food, so we're able to write there, teach them many things, about peaceful interactions, because now in Africa, especially Nigeria, they tend that, okay, most of the insecurities, most of the attacks are usually made by Fulani men and Fulani women. So this rights brought together youth, children, fostering unity, non-violence communication, while highlighting the benefit of sustainable transportation. And some of them could never ride bicycle. Maybe some it was maybe their first time seeing a bicycle, so we're able to ride and have a fun moment there. Another activity we're able to carry out was the community cleanup. Before you can do anything, your community, your environment is very important. If you work in a dirty environment, just like maybe as a chef, you can't cook in a dirty kitchen, as an office worker, when maybe they're trash, everywhere's dusty, you're not going to be comfortable. So we organized called cleanup drive to actively involve participants, which were young people, students, in improving their local environment. And as I said, our project was mainly action-based because, yes, we have been talking and talking. So we need to put all what we have been hearing, all what we have learned into action. So we carried out an action-oriented project, and this hands-on event promoted civic responsibility. We allow them to understand that it is their responsibility to keep the environment clean. If it's going to be beautiful, if it's going to be dirty, if it's going to be disorganized, it's you that will determine. That's where responsibility comes into place, then environmental care, and then teamwork. Teamwork is very essential in anything you want to do, because we work with young people. It was a youth-led initiative, so we made them to understand that you can see here, some holding the hand, some picking. It's easier. It makes the work easier and faster, And we're able to clean public places together. Young people develop deeper connection to their surrounding, reinforcing the message that sustainable living and community well-being go hand in hand. Not just one person, but then together you can achieve more. So, what were some of our social stories we're able to achieve? We have lots, but through the Let's Write project, we're able to engage. We directly engaged and impacted 1,934 individuals, across schools, villages, and my university campus. So our activities empowered students, locals, youth leaders through climate education, peaceful advocacy, also social media campaigns, where we're able to reach more people, also, and on community service. Yes, and this is what I would love to say. Thank you very much to Pace and Bene for believing in the project, for supporting us. Thank you very much to my team, students. Thank you very much to the community leaders, they're able to believe in us, and then we're able to carry out this change. This is where we're wrapping up. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Joshua, great job. Thank you for your slideshow, for your pictures. There's some live chats happening here. Just to highlight some, we got AK here, Akansha. That was such a bold and fresh idea, cycling for climate action, youth violence. That's not just eco-friendly, that's people-powered rebellion against climate apathy. You're not just riding a bike, you're shifting mindsets. So pretty awesome stuff.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. AK,
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Drake, thank you. Oh, thank you, Rivera. Yeah, thank you very much. And as a kid, I never experienced that. So right. Yeah, it's a very important skill. Thank you very much. That was great. Any questions? I'm ready and I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to take down your sharing screen, Joshua.
So how can I do that? How can I do that? How can I do that? How can I do that?
Stop share. You're good.
Am I still sharing?
Yes.
Whoa.
It says thank you, Pachiveni.
I can get it on my end. There you go.
Okay, good.
Okay, I think I've stopped sharing. Right.
Yeah, you're good. Any questions for Joshua?
I just want to thank you, bro. Your passion is infectious. Please keep doing whatever you're doing. And yeah, I don't know if this is the time, but if there's any way that any of us can assist, but yeah, your passion came across and your engagement is impressive, man. Continue, please.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I really appreciate it.
Rivera, you had a comment or a question.
Yeah, I remember when you applied that you were really working to build this Let's Ride project into something that can continue a little bit longer because it started as a student project, right? And as you approach graduation, maybe you even graduated this year, thinking about how the longevity of the project. Did you get any further with that in this project, or is that still something you're working out?
Yeah, we're able to great question, Rivera, because sustainability is very important in anything you want to do, So we're able to key in our project to a university club, a university club for the long duration of this project, so that even after graduation, I really, and you said that because of my application, after graduation, it's not as if everything is done, or maybe if someone is not there again, it's not working again, So as we're able to new students, coming in, they were able to come into the club. We taught them education. We had series of capacity building programs, so that they could know how to lead. Leadership is not about your age. Leadership is about your mindset. What can you do? If you have the courage that you can make a change, do it. So yeah, so that's just our sustainability method, and we believe that it's working. And then from time to time, we too, from our end, will be reaching out to the currently Eco Club leaders, that what is done, and if they have any challenge, we're always there to support them with ideas from our experiences, on how they could solve them. Thank you very much.
Right on.
Hello.
Yep. Any other questions or comments? Thanks, Joshua. Please send us a copy of your slides. We love to document and kind of keep records of all the youth projects around the world. And so, yep. Thank you, Josh.
All right. Thank you very much. It was a great time. Sorry, can I leave?
Yeah, you're fine. You're good. We got 2 more presentations.
All right. I'll be here. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, Joshua.
Okay.
And I don't think we can hear you, right? I think you had technical issues here. You couldn't, your mic and camera not working. And then also, Sibongire, did we ever figure out your mic situation? I do have a copy of your presentation that I can pull up. So we can do it that way. We can support you in that fashion. So what do you think, everybody? Should I pull up these slides?
Let's see.
I-
Sibongire, can you come off mute and try your sound one more time? Okay, maybe not. Maybe some real challenges there. Yeah, Henry, if you can pull up the slides and maybe give just a general overview of what this great project was about. And we're really sorry, Sibongire, that we can't hear from you directly today.
So Sibongire is out in Malawi with a project affecting young women and girls. So I'm gonna pull up the slideshow that they shared with me here. Whoops, let's see here. Was that Sibongire coming back in? Maybe another
Yeah.
device. Sibongire, you want to try unmuting? Okay, so this is a project I know we were trying to connect with that. Oh, here you go. Let's see.
Go ahead, Henry.
Yep. So the project was called Racism for Sale, a campaign that aims to address the misbehavior of racism for sale in Lilongwe. And it talks about, it focuses on illiteracy, poverty, culture, and some of the aspects of contributing to quote unquote this nonsense, right? Our campaign, their campaign targeted Changemaker primary and secondary schools and community centers. So here are some photographs of their project here. Let's see. Here's a photograph of one of their campaigns at a childhood development center. I think educating, young people and children and making this issue aware, bringing it to light. I think the project also was working with the local chief in the community, if I'm not mistaken. Sibongire, please feel free to put anything in the chat that can contribute to these to your presentation, to the images that we're seeing here, etc. We have racism for sale at secondary school with community groups. Again, racism for sale is like a play on words to the project that they're addressing.
Maybe, Henry, we want to give just a little context for people who aren't aware and hope that we get this correctly. But one of the problems that they mentioned in their application that they're trying to address is that people are hiring young people to make self-derogatory videos that then get posted online and to kind of promote racism against the people. So I think part of this was educating the youth in the schools about resisting that and not engaging in that.
That's exactly right. Yeah, thank you, Rivera. Yep. I guess is new advocates. So I'm assuming this is a photograph of their recruitment efforts with new advocates in their struggle to talk about this issue. And like I said, this play on words, right? Racism for sale, right? And yeah, I think we have a community connection with this particular organization and group leaders, and they're involved in Bene, right, through Campaign Nonviolence as well. So a lot of work in the community. Some of the high school youth here. Great. Sibongire, if there's anything you want to add to the chat, I can't see the chat right now. Let's see, I got the slides open here, but feel free to chime in. But this is all I have in terms of slides here.
you hear me?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, fine. I'm very sorry that I had a very long workshop today. So Sibongire could come herself went to the office because I already said it, but she could be facing some other technical issues. But all in all, you know, in Malawi, we are in suburban. So from her home to this office is 5 kilometers. Now in Malawi right now, it is 14 minutes past 7 p.m. So she could not manage to go beyond this according to the area it is, the way it is. So I'll bring in, you can go with the slide, the first slide, I can explain it as you're going down, if it is possible.
Henry, can you bring those slides back up?
Can I share?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we
Okay.
can see.
Okay, fine. So this is a continuous project. It's a 2024-2025 time frame with a project where the youth are working on racism. They are working on racism for sale. Malawi has a problem of racism for sale because of illiteracy and the poverty. We have Chinese nationals in Malawi who are bringing constructions in a rural area. But there is a problem that in the rural area itself, these Chinese nationals, they are like, they are taking kids, small children, and training them another type of language, and they are selling the videos and the photos on the internet in time. Now, but at the end of the day, what is happening on the ground is racism for sale. And this is a very big issue here in Malawi, especially around Lilongwe. But the illiteracy and the poverty is one of the contributing factors which has led the situation or facilitated the situation. So the project started in 2024 and they are running into 2025. That's why it has been written in 2024-2025 project time framework. Yeah. Then from there, we are having yeah, the second slide, myself for the second slide. Let's go again. 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 Yeah, okay. Fine. Now, it is for that reason, here, they are saying this campaign aims to address the misbehavior of racism for sale in Lilongwe. Illiteracy, poverty, culture are some of the aspects contributing to this nonsense. Our campaign targeted Chwenga primary in the secondary in the community centers, like 3 areas, like a project to scope. They were trying to target these 3 areas because in these areas it's where this message can reach people very easily. Okay, fine. Can we go into the second slide? Then, from this office to this place, it's 1 kilometer. This is the at Chwenga Child Development Center, where some of the victims of this misbehavior were taken from this child development center. there were 7 children that were taken from this center, and they were denied to attend child development education, that is nursery, but they were spending time with these Chinese nationals. And at the end of the day, their parents were receiving in Malawi, in US dollars, we can put like 50 cents, 50 cents, not even dollar itself, but 50 cents to in order to access these children to attend those type of behaviors in the Chinese nationals. So this the reason why Sibongire and his her friend targeted this center, because this center had 7 children who were also engaged in those racism for sale. That's why they had to reach this development, childhood development center. Then may we go on the another slide? Yeah. So this is a community group in secondary school. They say racism for sale at secondary school with community group. This is part of Chwenga Secondary School, and some other community groups who are working in other areas of culture, but they teamed up in order to facilitate this message in the community. Because the situation is so escalating because of poverty itself. With that 50 cents, a parent receiving 50 cents, in Malawi, 50 cents, you can buy at least the flour and eat. Okay, so having the child participating in those type of behaviors, at the end of the day, it's like these people teamed up in order at least to block this type of behavior. Though it's a long-standing issue that needs continuation of advocating it in order for many parents to withdraw or stop this type of behaviors. Can we go on another slide? Yeah. Now, these guys, they're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One is not there. He was there when he was like, he was there when they were taking this photo. These guys have now joined the Cibo. It's like once they get the message itself, they decided to join her to say, okay, fine. We are also going to be the stewards. We are also going to be the ambassadors. These guys are coming from 3 secondary schools. These secondary schools have joined the network simply because the way how racism was so, it is only the ground itself in Malawi. If you happen to come in Malawi, it's a sort of situation. And even when it applies in employment, we have agents in Malawi. In Malawi, we have agents. These agents, they open shops. But the type of, the amount of money they can pay a black person at the same level of education and the same amount of work. A Malawian can receive, like, if we compare to US currency, let's say a black person must receive like 35 US dollars, and an Asian employee must receive 3,500 US dollars. The same education, the same amount of work. So that's what is happening in Malawi. But when it comes to these children, it's like they are being denied to access education and go and engage in this type of behaviors, and their videos and the photos being sold in China. And that's what we call it racism for sale. If you happen, I'll share you a link, a YouTube link. You are going to see how these things are in Malawi, the way how catastrophic it is. So these guys that will join the network in order at least to facilitate the message on the ground that every corner of Lilongwe, this message must reach at least to everybody. Can we go on to another slide? Yeah. Now, I had a time to attend this workshop because I said, you guys, in 2024-2025 project, you have to run independently. So, but I happened to join. If you see me there, that man who was sat there with a yellow shirt, it's me. I happened to attend that. So it's like these people are coming from churches, they are coming from what, and others are youth leaders. So here in Lilongwe. So they attended this workshop in order to hear the message, and that is facilitate the message to their various communities. Can we go to another slide? Yeah. Then there is networking with other youth. This is in big secondary school. These guys you see here, they work on culture, restoring culture in Malawi. So their organization, they have now like teamed up with Sibo's team in order to facilitate also this thing, because even on TVs, on media here in Malawi, the racism of soul is anywhere. So now this team, which is at the left-hand side, they are like teaming up with the Sibo's team in order to take another journey, like 2025, 2026, in order to mainstream this issue on the ground, that everybody must understand, must get the message, and it has to be stopped instantly, because it's blocking many kids attending schools. Yeah, I think that these are the only slides that these guys they had. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm glad we were able to find audio. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I just put oh, sorry, it's not Sibongire, but I put them on mute so that we don't get the feedback. But
That's
go ahead,
what it
Hans.
was. Okay, no problem. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad we were able to hear a little bit of the narrative of the presentation, of the project here. I know we had some the chat here, some comments, just to highlight a few. You didn't just name the injustices, you confronted it. Racism for sale isn't just a catch campaign, it's a call to wake up and do better, especially in your community. Yep. Great. Beautiful. I don't know if anyone has a question or any other comments. Feel free to use the chat. Thank you, Rivera, for your comments. Drake, thank you. Right, an important issue that needs to be addressed. Beautiful. Great.
I think Dr. H.C. John Mukutu would like to say something.
Oh, of course. Yes, please. Hey, make sure to press unmute. You are muted.
Come again? Yeah.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can have only 5 minutes to present something. Are you allow me?
I think we'd like to just stay focused on the youth changemakers for this, sir. If you have a comment about the project that was just being shared, a short comment is fine, or a question for them is fine. But we want to stay focused on the youth's project for this call.
Okay. Since it's not my time, okay, I was supposed to explain the project we have this time. For us, for this place in DRC, we have a project for youth that we called the Artist of Peace. Then secondly, we have another project that we write a book to say Cards for Peace, how people can live in peace. In the same way, we are going to have a project, a conference project for peace in Malawi, because in the same occasion, because I see my friend who came was speaking about Malawi. In October, we are going to have a big event, a conference that a lot of peacemakers, they must meet in Malawi, exactly in Lilongwe. So we are working hard to have a fund for this project. We are working with the local government, and we ask the Malawi government to be with us to help us. A lot of people we must meet in Malawi. Almost 100 and something peacemakers we must meet in Malawi for the conference for peace. The coming days, I think I'm going to write the report to send it to this organization.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're all about building community. We're all about supporting the work that's happening. And today we wanted to just make sure we honored the youth peacemakers for this grant cycle. Feel free to write us an email and reach out, and we'll connect.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So thank you all. I think we've heard. We missed Anne's presentation. And I'm sorry we couldn't figure out your audio and video, Anne, but please do share your presentation with us if you have any photos of your project, and we do look forward to those reports from our team. I think, yeah, go ahead, Rivera.
Do you want to do Isiko Aggrey, or do you want me to just say a quick word about that project?
Oh, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so we have one youth project in Uganda that was not able to be with us here today because of a family problem. But we do want to just share with you a little bit about the amazing work that they did in Uganda for the Green Schools Project. This was a project to connect youth at several different schools, up to involving thousands of people, with the idea of planting trees, and not just any trees, but trees that would grow into a food forest as a part of reforestation, of dealing with environmental impacts, of creating shade structures to reduce local heat. And also, as Joshua was saying, that idea that power is in our hands, that we can do something, that we can be part of climate solutions. So they worked with 3 different schools in their area, and engaged both the students in the schools and thousands of community members, so their families as well, in this great project. There are many challenges that they faced in getting this done, including, like our friends in Rhode Island mentioned, the coordination with the schools. But like our Rhode Island friends, that perseverance really came through from them in the end. So I wish he could be with us to tell us more about this great project that he did, but I didn't want it to go unmentioned, and I'm glad you could see some of the photos and images.
Right on. Thank you. Thank you, Rivera. Yes, definitely. Yep. So I think we've come to the closing of our youth presentations, the Youth Changemaker grantees for 2025. I don't know if any of the youth leaders want to share a word of what this was like to come together and celebrate and learn about each other's projects. This is something that doesn't normally happen, especially across the globe. So would any of our youth peacemakers want to say a word about what it was like for you? Anoova, Gabby, I mean, I don't know, Joshua, Singapore, Sabera.
Can I say something?
You most definitely can. This is your time.
I just want to say thank you to you all. It was such an inspiring thing to see everybody coming together, see all the beautiful projects that were shown. It is truly inspiring to see that this happens all over the globe. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, Sabera, go ahead.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much again for your support. Because of your support, it happened, the imagination of dreams. And you can believe that how much feedbacks, how much messages we have received that please launch another round of the imagination of dreams because we missed the first one. And I say that whenever we are ready, whenever we got funds, of course we do the next round. So it was welcomed very warmly, and thank you so much.
Right on, Sabera. Thank you. Joshua, I think you want to say something.
All right. Yes. First and foremost, I want to thank President Bene for believing in young people, because you say that young people are the leaders of tomorrow, and then we feed on what we see and what we hear and the type of support that we gain, the type of support that being rendered to us. So thank you very much, President Bene. And then to my fellow youth change makers across the globe, thank you very much. And it gives me joy, when I'm able to join young people, especially, and then they're thinking about problems in their community and profiling solutions, on how they can make them to change, these our change makers. Thank you very much. And it has been awesome, hearing about problems, from Afghanistan, Washington, D.C., Malawi. It's great. And then it still gives me that that courage, that you're not young to take any responsibility. You're not young to make a change, you know, and that should also send the message to our audience here today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining, for believing in young people, for the support. You know, it's very much important, and maybe in the future, hope we could still give advices, you know, to young people so they make good changes, you know. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Joshua. Yep. Thanks for the slideshow too. Some great photos.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yep. Any other youth change makers? Any last words before Rivera and I close us out? Yes. Sibongire?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
On behalf of Sibongire, who is currently traveling back home, I really appreciate this initiative because it's giving young children a voice. Because I could see the number of youth who have participated in this project this year, they are very, very accurate and brilliant students who are going to deliver the message. Thank you for the support, and God bless you.
You're very welcome. Yes. Rivera.
Is there anyone here to who is listening today who'd like to say a word of appreciation for the young people? AK, you've been lighting up the chat box. Thank you so much. Ken, is there anything you might want to add? Jonathan, Janine, Sister Martha, it looks like, yeah, go ahead.
Hi there. Listen, this is absolutely wonderful. I have gotten so much inspiration from these different projects. And also, like someone was just talking about this, we start to understand we're not the only people in the world who have challenges. And every place there are challenges, and we're strengthened hearing how people in other places are facing their challenges. And a year ago, this time, our artistic bridges people were reporting, and they've gone on to build and build and grow and grow. So I just know this group of people this year that by next year, this time, they're going to be growing in their project. So thank you.
Thank you for weighing in. Go ahead, Ken.
What's really impressive with all of you is your confidence. The confidence that change is possible, but more importantly, that you've concretely dramatized that in so many really powerful ways. I'm very moved by everything that was shared. So happy that you were also lifting up each other, and gives myself more confidence that we can actually build a more just, peaceful, anti-racist, global reality. So thank you very much, everyone.
Mm-hmm. I want to mention that one of the people on our team last year, she and I in May in Bethlehem led artistic bridges for refugee children from Gaza. So we just try to do whatever good we can.
Thank you, Sister Martha, and for mentioning how that project has continued, and how the youth grant of 1 year gave you courage and confidence to keep going. Anyone else? Jonathan, you want to chime in?
The raw courage and already spoken about the confidence is so inspiring, and now you have connection. And Dr. King's concept of the beloved community was built on those positive connections. I challenge you as youth to try to maintain these connections, because I'm sure many of the elders here would tell you we met many cool people along the way doing a lot of cool things, and life gets in the way, and building that like that tipping point of momentum relies upon those connections. And I want to thank Pache Bene for making these connections possible, and challenge the youth here to try to stay connected in some which way, shape, or form. If not sharing social media, emails, or whatnot. But we are all in this together, and there's no one outside the beloved community. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this World House. I know I'm rocking with some Dr. King quotes right now, but that's who I am. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that comment. And yes, we would like to really encourage this year's Changemakers to come back 1 year from now to celebrate next year's Changemakers with us. How about that? That would be fun to see where the next crop goes. And we'll reach out to the previous generations of Changemakers and see if we get kind of a
we'll be
big
there.
5-year reunion.
It's be great. It's be great. We'll be there.
All right, I look forward to seeing you. I want to just thank you all for this time together. It's been inspiring, it's been uplifting, it's been encouraging, and I feel really honored to be in this crazy world that we inhabit, but with people like you. You know, Joshua said that youth are the change makers, the leaders of tomorrow. You're also the leaders of today. And you stand with some very good people in this world, and this movement of movements that we are all a part of, that we at Pache Bene feel really honored to stand in solidarity with. And we're really grateful for the vision that you brought to these projects, the persistence that you brought to them to get them done, and the sort of faith that we know you will embody in carrying forward your good work as Anoova launches her project even further, as whatever next project comes to mind to you, as Sibongire and the Malawi team continue their good work, as the Nonviolent Schools Project expands and deepens those connections between schools, and so many other ways. And Henry, thank you so much for just being there on point for folks with any questions they might have and any support they might need. Henry, I'm going to let you give the last word.
Thank you, Rivera. Thank you, Changemakers. We look forward to seeing you guys next year, supporting our next cohort. So that invitation is always open. We want to thank the wider community for coming out today and bearing witness to the truth of these projects, to the power of young people, you know, and to the young people on the call, to the youth changemakers, know that that we need new ways of thinking about issues. We need new ways to think about confronting the problems of today. Never rely on you know, never doubt your own power, and that your fresh eyes can bring new life to movements. Does that make sense? Like, history can open doors of understanding. History can teach us many lessons, but the new generation could also teach us, the older folks, lessons too. So just remember that. So Gabby, Anoova, Joshua, you know, Sibongire, Sabera, and thank you so much for being here. And for the folks who couldn't join us today. And a big shout out to the youth mentors. Thank you, Janine, for being there for the young people. Martha, I appreciate you. Okay. The young people, you need that sounding board. And I think you are that support for our young. So thanks again on behalf of, you know, Pache Bene, the Youth Changemaker grants. We thank you for taking the time. Okay. So that'll be it for today. Thank you so much. Peace out, everybody. Or like they say, peace and all good. Bye.
Bye.